How you doing, girl? Yeah, we're just sitting out here enjoying a view. I've been here for about a week now, and we'll show you the view in a second here. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I guess there was audio issues with the first two times I tried to do this because I was trying to be in a chat with or a Discord with Blash Sheep, one of my moderators, and oh Lord. It wasn't working. So I got to hold on to the phone now so I can try and read your comments. I'm not very good at this. I have old man eyes. Just give me a second here. Live chat. I want to see all the chats. Oh, audio's working. Thanks, Blasheep. Much appreciated, my friend. Yeah, what do you think of the view? Clubby always finds the best views, doesn't he? So, I'm not too good at this live thing. Don't do it very often because, well, I'm not too good at it. And now that I'm going to be holding my phone, I don't know if I'm all too keen on this. I wasn't planning on holding my phone, but technical difficulties, you know. What a beautiful day. Oh, man. So yeah, I've been up here now for almost a week, just enjoying the view. Haven't made too many videos in this little area, but, you know, I've just been chilling, enjoying myself, doing a lot of thinking about things, and, you know, life is a reality. It's not, you know, a YouTube video. Anyway. Yeah, so what's today about? Oh, I don't know. I thought I'd give you guys an opportunity to ask me some questions because I get questions in the comments all the time, but you know, sometimes those questions should be put more public. Not a lot of people see the comment section of videos. But I'm seeing that I'm really not having the views right now. I only have one person in here, and I'm assuming that's Blast Sheep, so yeah, well, we'll give it a couple more minutes, and if things don't work out, well, then they don't work out. C'est la vie. I'll say what I have to say, and then we'll just end it. Right, Club? Yeah. Maybe Club and I'll go for a walk later or something. Oh, I see a second viewer now. Where's the tornado? I don't know. Clubby seems to keep me away from those. I guess I should have gave more warning on when I was going to go live here. Well, I did put a post out. I don't know if everybody's seen it or not, but yeah. Oh, sorry, Clubby's not going to be in the view because the angle. I guess I could move Clubby to the other side, but hey. There we go. There's a nice angle. I got the lake. I got the city. I got the cliff. If I lean back too far, you guys get a really good laugh. Should be fun. Oh man, I look like I have a double chin because my beard is so thick on the sides. I might trim this down even more. It's getting a little toasty. Thank you, beautiful day. As far as Blushy, I think a lot of people would recognize where I am. Matter of fact, our government was freaking out because of those hills over there, and they called it climate change just a couple of years ago when they all burnt. And that city on that side of the river over there was in dire straits, and there was a lot of videos about it. People trying to get out of there because there's only one bridge across this this lake here. Sorry, you're gonna hear vehicles in the background there coming and going because I'm like right at the side of a big road, and it's Saturday morning. Everybody comes up here, goes dirt bike, or not dirt biking, mountain biking. I actually was sitting just over there. Couple nights ago with a whole bunch of mountain bikers at the end of their thing, basically sitting around a fire with no fire, and had a great time. Lots of laughs. It was a good chit chat, and just socializing. It's kind of cool. I don't record those things because, well, I don't do people. I don't even like being on camera, so I don't force other people to be on camera. They were just, at the end of their ride, having a little get together. They're part of some sort of group thing. They don't work together or anything. It's just part of a group that they go mountain biking together. Extreme mountain biking. Well, extreme in my eyes anyway. Maybe it's because I'm an old broken man. When I was younger, I probably would have done it. Now, no, I'm way too old and way too broken for that kind of nonsense. But they're talking about doing jumps and just like literally mountain biking down that. Like it's nuts. So anyway, what am I? Why is this going? Why did I go live? Well, we got 4 people in here. What the heck? I might as well just start getting it done. I do believe this is going to come to an end. I think my whole adventure is going to come crashing to an end within a month. I have given it the best go I could. We had a lot of fun along the way. But reality is reality, and I live in a real world. As much as I try to ignore it and try to push it off, I can't afford to do this. And it's not really that it costs me a whole lot to do this, but there's requirements of me that I cannot sustain anymore. And it's not so much, well, it is the financial. Yeah, if you're already broken going down. This is too true. God, I'm watching a chipmunk and a hold on. Is that flip? That gonna flip the camera or what? Prairie dog sitting there under my table eating the thing. There was a chipmunk there just a minute ago. So anyway, yeah, between financially and requirements, I may have to bring this to an end, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get rid of Kitty, and that means there's no point to Bunky, all because of an address. So that means I'm gonna have to get rid of a lot of other stuff that's inside Kitty and Bunky. Downsize to basically a backpack or something, I don't know. Become the rest of the homeless world without the drugs. I don't know. I have no interest in the drug side of thing. But yeah. Because the requirement for owning a vehicle is you need to have a license or an address, and I don't have an address. I mean, I've been offered places to use as an address, but it doesn't solve any of my problems that I need. Bunky requires some major repairs, which will require me to have somewhere I can stay while I do those repairs. And Kitty needs tending to. She's an amazing truck, but she still requires maintenance and everything. And frankly, for the last 6 months, I've been surviving off $600 a month. That is my life. So you just imagine only having $600 a month and trying to survive. Now do it without a house. Yeah, it's difficult, and travel around. It's not easy at all. Now there has been donations, and my memberships have been helpful for getting coffees and such, but yeah, it's just not feasible. I said from the beginning when I first contemplated selling the house, we'll do this as long as we can, and when we can't anymore, then we won't. And we're coming to that point. About a month from now, I pretty much have no choice in the matter. Um, I mean, I still have to speak to my insurance company, but yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this because I need an address. Yeah, but it's not just I need a piece of paper with an address. I need an actual place because I need a place where I can park and I can do things that I need to get done. Um, Seen a lot of miles in. No, hold on. Seen a lot of miles in that girl in that camper. Seen a lot of Canada. We've done a lot together. Um, it's been an adventure, to say the least. Yeah. I really enjoy this, but I gotta accept reality. And reality says it's time for me to just pack it in. Maybe I'll be doing more videos, but it will be. I honestly have no idea what it would be. Because I won't be able to get out to places like this anymore. I will have a lot of more things I need to do for survival purposes. I'm gonna have to sell everything. I don't know how the hell I'll do that, but yeah, that's gonna be an adventure. Hey, I don't do lives, so if I do one, it's usually got a reason for it. Sorry, man. I guess I could have gave you a heads up, but yeah, this is the reality of being a homeless man traveling around the country. I've given it a good go. We've had a year just adventuring, and well, we still have another month. Well, maybe around there. So we'll still see some sights, but yeah, I need to figure things out. Been trying to do it and trying to maintain this, and it's coming to a head. And there's not much I can do about that. So I need to get focused on other things. I need to get locked down into one location. Um, I don't know if this is going to be my location or not, but it is what it is. Um, I might move one more time and then call it. Is there any kind of living, like assisted living? Not sure. Oh, shoot, it's gone. Where'd it go? How do I see that again? Come on. Um, no, I don't want to hide. Where is it? Top chats? No, live. No, no, there's basically nothing for me. I can probably get into a shelter, but other than that, no. Affordable living is only for people that are addicted to drugs. It's not for people like me. Yeah. I'm in a weird little loophole, gray hole, whatever spot where I don't know of any. I also don't know how to work the system. That's another problem. A lot of these people that get into these things, they know how to work the system. They know the ways and ins and outs and all that jazz. Me, I'm just a dude that tries to take care of himself. He doesn't really. I don't really do that kind of thing. So, yeah, this isn't a depressing thing. I mean, it's just another stage of my life, and it is what it is. Maybe one day we'll get back out on the road and do more things. But right now, this is reality. And reality says I need to pack it in because I can't afford to keep living like this. Um, yeah, is what it is. And frankly, I want to be able to get a coffee in the morning. And after next month, I don't know if I have coffee in the morning. So, is what it is. I have been looking at possibly getting some work around the area here. Um, but I'm not sure if I'd be able to combine the work and YouTube together. It's not looking like it. I also got to remember I am not the most healthy person in the planet. So got to work within my capabilities. And so I need to find part-time work. I've actually been looking for work in quite a few places lately, or for a while now. Um, and what a cool Jeep. Nice Jeep. Um, Been looking for places all across BC, not just where I am. I've been chasing different ideas. I was looking at getting a place up in Barkerville, which would have been really cool because that is an old-fashioned mining town that still maintains old-fashioned life. It's basically like a costume town, where you know people still dress up like they're in the 1800s. They act like they're in the 1800s. Horse and buggies, and it's a really cool town. But that didn't pan out for me. That was part of the reason for the massive push to go to Cache Creek, and I was supposed to push beyond that, but then that didn't pan out. So I ended up going back to Yale because I fell in love with Yale. I don't tell you guys everything that's going on in my life, but I have been working in the background for to solve a lot of these problems, but it's really, really difficult when you tell somebody that you live in your camper. The immediate impression is you're some sort of drug addict. That's the impression I get from them. It gets people very off. It puts people off, which is really weird because currently I'm not the only one that's doing this. Just other people know how to do it better than me. I don't know. Um, but yeah, and well, they kind of need you to know your address. And if you say you're living in the area and then you show them a driver's license with a North Bay address, they kind of go, oh, what? You know what I'm saying? They say, oh, well, just show me the new one when you get it in. Well, I'll never get it in if I don't get an address here. So it's kind of one of the catch-22 type thing. So yeah, that's not really an option there. I don't know. There's just even if I did transfer to BC, I couldn't afford to get kitty safety here in BC, because you have to go through full inspection and everything. Um, I don't think I need to do emissions where I am, but it all depends. Kitty is a diesel truck. She is an F-250, so I don't know. Ontario classifies F-250s and 350s as commercial, business use. Good morning, Brett. Long time no see, buddy. Cheers. But yeah, BC sees it. I'm not sure BC sees it the same way. They may not, but either way, it doesn't matter. I still have to get the inspection done and the repairs that will be required from that inspection because I'm sure Kitty needs some love. I'm noticing an alignment issue lately. Um, but I mean, that's kind of expected on some of the roads that I drive on. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of where I am. Always got to enjoy coffee in the morning, man. So yeah, I love making the videos. I love being the videographer. I don't so much. I run out of things to talk about, or I get confused in what I'm talking about. I think I'd rather just be the camera guy, but that's not an option at the current time. So that is what it is. Um, kind of saying that, and I watched DDE this morning, which yeah, there'll be a video coming very soon about DDE. Anyway, I watched DDE this morning. They're laying off a bunch of people because they just they just can't do it. It's a lot of the stuff that they've been doing is not working, and they need to move in a different direction, move back to what they used to do. But and it's kind of the same for me. I need to move off of this as much as I don't really want to. It's not feasible. I can't do it. So don't know what's going to happen for me in the future. But this is definitely, yeah. So I'm going to have to start organizing to get rid of stuff. I'm not sure how to do this yet. A lot of this is kind of, yeah. Yeah, I knew somebody was going to turn this political. Yeah, what do bankers watch out for? Financial, the financial stability of rich people. They don't watch out for the average people. So we get what we get. They only look out for the finances of those that have finances invested in whatever they're taking care of. That's what bankers do. They don't worry about the people that don't have any money invested. That's not their problem. They need to worry about the money, making money for the money that they're taking care of. What type of work? Somebody type anything, a letter. I don't care. It just faded away and I can't see what it said. Just got to give this 10 seconds or so. Uh, Honestly, I have no idea. I've been a trucker my whole life. I did construction when I was younger. I'm not exactly in the best of shape for that, but I can do some of it. And that's where the part-time thing comes in. You know, if I work a hard day's work, I need to have the next day off because, ow, just ow. Um, and so that's where the part-time thing comes in. I'm also looking at, there's a lot of orchards around here and I'm thinking about that. But again, I have really bad skin. So the son and we don't get along very well. Hence the long sleeves all the time. So again, it'd have to be a part-time thing. Um, yeah, I get very blistery in the sun. Um, so I don't know. I looked at becoming one of these rec site uh, managers or whatever, live on site, you know, at the rec sites. And there's a lot of requirements that I couldn't fulfill in those. Plus, I'm not sure if I would want to be around that environment of some of the rec sites that I've seen. Um, yeah, there's a level of environment that I'm not sure that's something I would want to be a part of. Mind you, there are a lot of amazing people that I've met at rec sites, but there's a lot of things I have not put on video. We'll put it that way. Honestly, what I would love to do is what I'm doing. Traveling around, showing people places. But I don't even know how to begin to make that a career. I tried to make that a career for the last year, and it was not working any way, shape, or form. And that's because I'm not really. I have a face for radio, not on camera. I think that's the big part of why my channel doesn't do very well is because I'm not on camera. It's not, but my videos are never about me. It's about that. It's about all that. I'm just the guy holding the camera. It's about experiencing that for all of yous. It's about just, showing you different places and different things and doing things that are just different. Talking to people, making people think different. Making people stop being angry at the world and just start living life. I believe living life is a lot more important than existing. And, well, but unfortunately, I need to move into the existence side of things, which really sucks. I did that for a year after I lost the ability to drive transport. And I hated life. I absolutely hated every minute of every day. I would wake up in the morning and I'd just be like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll sit around and do nothing again. And I actually hated everything, and it really sucked the life out of me. So that's why I sold the house. That's why I decided to go on this adventure. And this adventure I've loved every single day. Every single day has been amazing to me. Even the crappy rain days where I'm crying about the rain, honestly, I'm just loving being out here. It's amazing to be part of a country that affords us to be able to be out here. Yeah, so that's where I am, and that's what I thought. I think it's about time I had a real conversation with you guys. This is not doable on $600 a month. It really isn't. The maintenance, the expenses, all that jazz it's just not feasible. And frankly, I can't keep doing this. Yeah. I need reality. Reality is giving me a wake-up call, and I need to do what I need to do to exist, I guess. Wow, I friggin' hate that. It is what it is, though. Guess I gotta join the rest of yous. Become existent instead of living. But it is what it is. Maybe one day I can live again. Who knows? So yeah, anyway, I don't know. Anybody got any questions or anything? Because yeah, I'm kind of out of things to say, and that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I mean, I don't care what you guys ask me. You can ask me political. You can ask me personal. I don't hide anything from anybody. Personal within reason, of course. There are things I do hide things from people. Yeah, that was a lie. I had to think that one through for a second. No, there's a lot I hide from people. Just like you do. Just like everybody on this planet does. You know, we all have things that are personal, and they stay there, and that's true. But yeah, it's getting busy up here. Holy mac. No, no, it's all everywhere across Canada. It's all based around the same thing: addiction or senior. That's pretty much it. Or single mothers. Those are the three things you need to be in order to get any type of. Yes, I'm originally from Ontario. Those are the three things that you need to be in order to get any type of assisted living. Um, and well, I'm a guy, not retired yet, or well, I mean, I'm only 53. And well, I have no health care to prove that I'm as broken as I say I am because can't get a doctor anywhere. And well, they canceled my Ontario health card the first time I went to a doctor here in BC, which made no sense to me at all. I don't understand that one. So I'm a Canadian citizen with no health care in our universal health care system. So yeah, it's because I'm a single white man. No, sorry, I don't mean to say it that way. That's coming off wrong. It is reality, but that's not what I mean by that. Sorry, that went sideways. I didn't mean for it to go that way. Um, I'm in a. I'm just that guy, who slips through the cracks. We all have those things that you slip through the cracks. Yeah, I'd love to, but I've been doing that, and I'm getting to a point that I can't keep doing that, Lulu. Um, Yeah, I've been looking into that too. Again, you have to have an address for most of these places. They require, you'd have to fill in your application form or whatever. And when you write your address as North Bay, they all kind of go, huh? And then it raises questions, and you say, well, I live in my truck and camper. And they're like, oh, well, And then immediate thought goes to you're a crackhead. Or sorry, that I probably shouldn't have said that. YouTube's not going to like that. Um, Now that's an interesting conversation. Hmm. Somebody say something. I want to see what Brett wrote there. I only read half of it. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not taking this as hard as everybody. We're gonna drive in other things we actually have talked about. Hmm. Hmm. That could be an interesting. Hmm. Hmm. I do like the idea of being an Alberta citizen rather than BC. Although I love BC more than I do Alberta. I just like Alberta for its politics. Hmm. Leave that one with me, Brett. We may talk soon. Um, really, I went through Alberta and I had a hard time finding places. I had a real hard time finding places because I was actually looking. I was actually looking in Alberta when I went through because I was thinking I was watching winter come on and I was thinking, okay, I can charge into BC and spend the winter there, or I could find somewhere here in Alberta and set up base camp here to carry on doing what I'm doing in the spring. And it's kind of what I was thinking. And I was looking around. Uh, yeah. And then also, I don't want to be around those camps. I spent time in a couple that I never put on video. And, well, one that I didn't put on video, but I did tell you I was there. And I only overnighted and couldn't get out of there fast enough. Yeah, those places are not, they're not very safe. especially for the amount of equipment I carry. I could be a lot worse off staying in one of those places. One of those camps. So that's why I like the seclusion of the mountains and such, is because it's safe. It's a lot safer dealing with grizzly bears, cougars, and black bears than it is, and wolves, than it is to deal with people. You know, if I defend myself against a grizzly bear or a black bear or a cougar or whatever, there's nothing wrong with that. But if I defend myself against a human being, all of a sudden it becomes a whole different ballgame. And that's Canada. Welcome to the world. See, these are the little realities that we don't realize that actually impact our ability to do things. Yeah, that's actually a nice area, that Frank Slide. That's where I went through, if I'm not mistaken. No, no, it wasn't Frank Slide. Whatever Highway 3 is, Crow's Nest, that's what it was. That's it, that's it, that's it. But there was a big rock slide right at the border. I can't remember what that town is called, but it was right on the border there of Highway 3. Yeah, maybe I will make my way towards Alberta. I like, and you and I are going to have a conversation after this. Yeah. All right. Well, hey. uh, but I know I'm stuck here for a little bit. So yeah. Um, sorry, I got distracted. I'm just watching the cyclists over here. They're all, getting themselves ready here. Let me show you. There we go. You can see him. He's getting himself ready over there. A couple just came out from behind that car on their bikes, and yeah. Sorry. Just get distracted. Hey, I'm human, just like you guys. Yeah. I do have a question for you guys. Do you find it intrusive that I put out political videos in these daily vlogs? Or do you prefer that I do the political things to the daily vlogs? Yeah, that is kind of, and I do love the terrain heading out to the mountains there. I went right past your area when I left Alberta because I was trying to hook up with you that morning, but you were busy that um, uh, we couldn't hook up. I do love, the ranch country there is unbelievable. Yeah, you and I agree and disagree at the same time, but at least we have enough respect for each other to understand that we disagree on some things. It's just different perspectives and understandings of different situations. That's all. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Cloud. I was cooking there. Uh, Hi, beautiful. That didn't last long. Yeah, it's actually quite nice. I love the rolling hills as you go into the mountains there. Um, it's not very wooded, but it's beautiful. The ranch country there. Those ranches are absolutely massive, unbelievably massive out there. Like we're talking 100 square miles. It's just insane how big they are. Um, what is it? Big O. big old ranch, and it's like, I don't know, maybe 100 miles long. Yeah. But anything I do will have to be done rather quickly, and then stalled until, yeah, even if, yeah, I just don't see how I could keep Kitty. Which means I can't keep Bunky, which means, yeah, the whole thing is all moot. Yeah, my insurance, basically the truth is my insurance comes due next month, and because I don't have an address, it becomes a major problem. Um, July 6th is my insurance date. So that's where it becomes a major problem. It's because I don't have an address. And, well, you gotta do the red tape, which, I don't know, in a modern world, I think addresses are so traditional. And this is a modern world. It's not about the cost of the insurance. Yeah, I have no problem with the month-to-month fee. It's the address part of it. It's the, I have no fixed address, basically. I had a fixed address the day I applied or got my insurance, but now that I sold the house, there's no address. So, yeah, it comes all back down to the address thing. It's all about the address thing. Yep. We all think ID is the most important thing to surviving in Canada. Well, it's not. It's address. They don't give a dang about your ID. They care about your address. That's the only thing that matters. And everything is tied to address. So they need you locked down into one location in order. Sorry, this is going on a tangent that I don't want to go down. We're going to stop there. Yeah. Oh my God, it's been almost 45 minutes doing this, talking to you guys. I was thinking it was only going to last like half an hour or so. Well, maybe I'll do an hour and then leave it to everybody else to discover. Um, yeah. Any more questions, anybody? I'm also out of coffee. Like, there's no more coffee. I need coffee. No more coffee. I need no coffee. Oh my God. Made some awesome bread last night. Peanut butter, and I found this chocolate stuff, but it's not chocolate. It's caborn, something. It does. It has a really, really negative connotation in people's minds. Um, like, I'll spend time talking with somebody, and we'll be chatting and having a great interaction and everything like that. And the minute they find out that I live on the road in my camper with no fixed address, completely changes everything. Their entire perspective completely changes, and it's really weird. And I don't understand it, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not here to change everybody's mind. I just try and make people think different. I live in a real world, and I've made my reality the most amazing year I I can imagine. This year has been incredible for me. I've been to so many places, met so many people, and just lived. But today's society requires that we exist instead of live. Um, you just look at the average work week. You spend more time at work than you do living your life. You're You're doing stuff for someone else. Whether you like it or not, you're doing it for someone else. In order to have a couple of days that you get to live. That's not the way society's supposed to work. I think. I mean, hey, I know. I mean, there's the few people that actually, their life is what they do, but I say for the majority of people just work so that they can have their weekends to do what they want to do. I don't think the majority of people actually wake up in the morning and say, "Hey, I want to go do this today. I want to go." Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird sort of place we are in. But for the last year has been actually amazing. And you guys have been amazing, and I've really enjoyed making videos with you, chatting with you, and showing you places. Um, I know I don't usually tell you where I am, but I don't make it hard for you to figure out where I am either. Um, but sometimes I tell you where I am. It all depends. I thank you guys for coming along. Um, it has been amazing. Without you guys, this would have never happened. I mean, like I said, with my pay it forward in at the Fraser Valley Dirt Riders. Without all you guys watching, there was no point to making the videos. Without the members buying me a coffee, I couldn't survive. Uh, without donations, well, then, yeah, I really couldn't survive because, well, that helped make everything happen. Although, yeah, that hasn't really been all that much. Um, it's just not sustainable, and the views. Yeah, I realize that. I mean, everybody's in the same position I am right now, and not not saying that everybody's living like I am. I'm saying we're all in. Sorry, guys, my arm's getting numb. I'm saying that we're all in this really really difficult tight position right now. It's it's not good. It's not good for our country. People are having extreme difficulty just trying to exist. And yet we are forced to have to exist based on the way our society is built. And, well, it's my turn to stop living and go exist again. Yay. Oh, sorry, YouTube. I hope you understand exactly what I'm saying there because that did not mean what it sounded like. Ah, oh God, my legs are going numb. Oh, yeah, exactly. 90% of Canadians are just and basically one payment away from where I am right now. Thanks, Brett. Much appreciated. Yeah, like Canada's in a really difficult position right now. We want to call ourselves, the social conscious of the world or whatever we are. Yet we've created a situation where we can't even take care of our own. We, I don't know. Hmm. Difficult conversations without becoming too political. Yeah. I try not to be political in these vlogs, but you know. And when I always tell people, I always warn people when I tell them about my channel, I'm political. I'm political at times. Before I'll even give them my channel name. Um, oh yeah, no, it's all good, buddy. It's all good, buddy. Um, I always tell people, before I'll even give them my channel name, I I tell them I get political sometimes. And the immediate thought is, well, I've had a lot of people turn around and say, well, which side? And I'm like, and my first response is, what difference does that make? You should be listening to both sides. Like, you shouldn't be only listening to one side. That's so dumb. And I'm sorry, if you're only listening to one side, you're you're ignorant to what the other side is saying, and maybe something that you blow off that the side that you're listening to is, oh, I'll just blow that off. But maybe it means more to others than anything. So when I tell people I'm political, what I mean by that is I'm political against our government abusing Canadians. That's where my political. I'm not on one side or the other. I frankly don't like either side. I don't like the conservatives. I don't like the liberals, even though I call myself a liberal, but I'm by definition, of course. We've had this conversation many times. I'm not on, and my channel is flagged as right wing or conservative or whatever. I'm not. You see, the only reason it says I'm right wing or conservative is because, well, we have a liberal government. So who am I going to call out? The liberals. But I have called out Polyev many a times. And it has hurt me bad. I have seen that reaction many a times. But my problem is when they abuse Canadians for their own gain. I think the abuse of our government over this country is actually appalling. Um, I am political in the sense of this is the greatest nation on earth. And there is absolutely not one excuse you can give me, and I don't care what it is, there is not one excuse you can give me that cannot make every single Canadian citizen the most prosperous person in the world. We have everything we need, absolutely everything that a country and a society would need to make it prosperous till the end of time. Um, don't be watching. You're driving. Don't be watching. I'm watching you, Campfire Girl. um, yeah, there is absolutely no reason why every single citizen in this country cannot be the most prosperous in the world. We have the most land area for farms. We have the most minerals for production. We have the most energy, whether you're talking green energy or conventional. Here we go. Conventional or whatever. It's so dumb. But the reality is, this country has absolutely everything that that this country would need. I mean, it's like, so when I see the government, taking advantage of this, and we're paying 50% tax, and they keep throwing more reasons why to take more of our money and everything. It's just like, why? This makes no sense to me. And this is where my politics comes in. And this is where I have a major problem with it, is because the abuse of the Canadian people for the benefit of the government, when the actual role of the government is to ensure the prosperity of the people, that's where my politics comes in. And that's where I have a major problem with it. But people see me as conservative or right wing because I'm calling out the liberals on all this stuff. And, well, the liberals are in power. That's why I call them out. When Harper was in power, I used to squawk and chew about Harper because I'm not on a fence. Or, sorry, I am on a fence, I guess. But honestly, I'm not on that fence either. I have no intention of jumping on either side because I intend to call out my government every time, regardless of who is in power. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't know. But that's why, you know, hey, channel started as politics, and everyone thought I was right-wing, and that's why I have 15,000 subscribers, but only get like 100 views on a video, is because they realized, oh, no, he's not conservative, because I'll call it out. And so, yeah, it hurts me, but it is what it is. Anyway, I found a good excuse to extend things a little longer. That'll work. So, yeah, um, when I tell people, when people ask me what my channel is and I tell them I'm political, that's what I mean. And yeah, you're wrong. You're not wrong there. I do see. You're absolutely right. Um, we should be calling it out. Everybody should. Um, but we tend to get busy existing and don't have time to actually look at why. We just do what we have to do to survive. And well, that's why this is coming to an end. I have to do what I have to do to survive. But till then, we're going to have fun. Me and my bud. Welcome to the fringe.